I just put the title in and I meant to check the spelling and it already went live. So if you give me one moment, I'm going to share this live in our group, in our Facebook group, Using Essential Oils Safely. Right here, I am live on our public page so that you guys in the group can go ahead and share this with anybody that you think might be interested. And for those of you who are able to multitask on different devices, you can find the download that goes with this at leahjacobson.com/childcongest. So if you give me one moment, I'm going to go ahead and share this in the group. Actually, I'm going to start a watch party in the group. Watch parties are super fun. So let me go ahead and put the title in. Just give me one moment. This gives you guys also time to get on here, and I will start in just one moment. So there we go. Isn't that fun? I was able to just start it. Super duper duper. Let me just grab the link to this really quick. I'm going to grab that for you as well. And okay. So it's leahjacobson.com/childcongest. And let me get this over here as well. Then I'll be all organized and ready to go. Hey everyone. So let me add that link. So you guys don't have to take notes because I have everything in a downloadable PDF for you at that link. Good afternoon, Desiree. Hey everyone that is on here. Oh my gosh, look at all of you piling in. It's crazy. We're going to hit 100 in like 2 seconds here. So the topic of today's live is using essential oils for congestion with children that are actually safe for kids. Meaning, I am going to share with you a recipe that is safe for children that does not slow the respiration or cause labored breathing like most other pre-made blends out there that you might use. You might think that that blend for breathing or congestion is going to be safe for your kids. It actually might cause some breathing issues. So we always want to make sure that we are using the safest essential oils for ourselves, for our kids, that are also effective. So I'm not saying don't use these essential oils and then you're scrambling to figure out what the heck to do. I'm saying here are some alternatives that are just as effective, if not more effective, without the risk. So let's start diving in. So first of all, why not use eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint essential oils? Why is it not okay to use those essential oils with children? So eucalyptus and rosemary, and there's a couple other ones as well, have high levels of 1,8-cineol. Peppermint has high levels of menthol, and both of those constituents can cause labored breathing or slowed respiration in children under the age of 10, if we're talking about 1,8-cineol containing essential oils, and under age 6 for peppermint. So we want to make sure that we are avoiding those essential oils when we use essential oils with our kids, and that is the reason. To me, breathing is kind of a serious issue. It's not something I personally am willing to risk when it comes to suggesting using essential oils with children. I actually had a conversation with a mom last night who she was talking about a lice blend that contained rosemary, and she had a 5-year-old. So in her experience, she was using rosemary with her kid before, didn't have any issues. And it's like, you're the mom, you get to make that call. It's my job to present the information. It's your job to decide if that's something that you are okay with, if that's something that you want to, say that sounds great, or say that doesn't sound good to me, I'm going to do what I want anyway, and that is totally fine. So what you can use instead, my number one favorite is fir needle. You can use other firs, you can use spruces, you can use most pines, not Huon and not ponderosa. You can use cypress, you can use juniper berry, and one that I absolutely love that I just don't talk enough about is Fregonia. Let me just make sure, can you hear me? And just make sure my sound is all the way up. So Fregonia actually does contain some 1,8-cineol, but it doesn't contain enough to flag it as not safe for children. So Robert Tisserand and Rodney Young, when they wrote the book Essential Oil Safety, decided that if the essential oil had less than 40% of 1,8-cineol, they weren't going to flag it. If it had more than 40% 1,8-cineol, they were going to flag it for not safe for children under the age of 10, and that's what they did. So Fregonia has around 30%. So it has enough that it can be effective, but it doesn't have too much that it can cause harm. And it actually smells fabulous. Fabulous. So that also is an alternative. Now, to be honest, I feel that Fir Needle works better. It has all the awesome stuff in it that makes it work really well for congestion and respiratory issues. And in my experience, I feel like it actually works better too. So scientifically, and my experience says it's amazing. So I'm not just like, yeah, well, try something else and see if it actually works. No, these things work amazingly. Other essential oils that you can add, and again, I will give you the recipe in just a moment, but I'm just throwing single essential oils out there if you only have 1 or 2 essential oils instead of making a blend. You can also add sweet orange and lemon to your blend for congestion as well. And that not only makes it smell a little nicer, especially if you don't like pine smelling things, but it also helps with germ killing, which is great. Tea tree essential oil is another one that's amazing for germs. It's not only antibacterial, but it's antifungal and it's also antiviral. So that is another one that you can add to this. It's not like 100% the best for congestion alone, but it's a great addition to help kill germs too. Now, cinnamon leaf and cinnamon bark are also great for germ killing as well as clove, but they do come with some safety issues, so they may not be the best for everyone. Cedarwood and sandalwood are another great addition that you can add to a congestive blend, and it can also help with sleep too, as well as suppressing any cough. So it's great for sedative reasons. Now, in the download that I mentioned in the beginning, leahjacobson.com/childcongest, you will also find a list of the essential oils I mentioned, and even a longer list because there's like a zillion spruces and firs and all of that, along with botanical names. So I'm not going to run through that entire list right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and skip to the personal inhaler recipe. Now, we are talking about children. If I was talking about adults, I would mention steam inhalation, which is amazing for congestion and respiratory issues. But steam inhalation is not going to be the best way to use these essential oils for children, especially under age 10, because it's way too intense for them. So instead, I'm recommending a personal inhaler. So my recipe for you, which is exclusive to our recipe membership, which you can find at leahjacobson.com/recipes. This recipe is expectorant, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's anti-infectious. And it is great for any respiratory issue, congestion, bronchitis, pneumonia, etc. So are you ready? Again, you don't have to take notes if you don't want to. You can download it all at the link that I just mentioned. You can add to a personal inhaler 7 drops of fir needle. My favorite fir needle is Siberian, but you can use any fir or fir needle that you have on hand. 5 drops of sweet orange and 3 drops of cedarwood. My preference is Atlas. And how to use, you add those to your personal inhaler. And for those of you who don't know what a personal inhaler is, this is what one looks like. They also make plastic ones that look like tampons. I prefer these. They're much prettier. These are aluminum, so they're not breakable. And there's a glass vial inside. You add your essential oils to this wick and you inhale them through the holes on the top. So this is a personal inhaler. You put it up to your nose. You breathe in deeply 1 to 3 times. Just, you can close your other nostril if you want to. Now for under age 6, this 15 drops are going to be added. So the 7 drops of fir needle, 5 drops of orange, 3 drops of cedarwood. It may be too intense for a child under the age of 6 to put close to their face. So if we're talking about a 1-year-old, you can just kind of waft it in front of their nose like this, and they can smell it and it will be effective for them, other than jamming it next to their nose or closing the other side and, you know, just kind of being too intense. So that is something that you can also do. Now, this is safe for all ages. Technically, the essential oils that I just showed you, that I just listed for you, are safe for all ages. We generally don't recommend inhalation under the age of 6 months. This recipe is also safe for pregnancy, but in general, we don't recommend that in the first trimester you expose yourself to essential oils. And it's also safe for the breastfeeding mom, but you want to avoid using around your child under the age of 6 months. So personal inhalers are amazing. You know, you can have your kids running around, and instead of diffusing in your room, you can pull out a personal inhaler and you can inhale that way. This is not intended for babies under 6 months old, the first trimester of pregnancy, and use with pets. Now, I just gave you the tips for using on children under the age of 6 months. You can also diffuse those essential oils if you want something more subtle. That can be safe for over age 6 months. And now we have substitutions, because this is what I have in our recipe membership. I give you all the details, all the information, all the safety, who it's safe for, who it's not safe for, and then I list any substitutions. Now, the substitutions that I list are going to be, you can easily swap them. It's going to be the same safety, and it's going to be pretty much the same effectiveness too. So for fir needle Siberian, you can use any fir needle, and then there's a whole list of other substitutions on the PDF as well that you can use if you want to, different pines, different spruces. I'm actually seeing here I have pines in caps. I need to edit that document, but that's okay. I was rushing it. That's why I was a few minutes late, by the way. I apologize, because I was like, I can do this in an hour and a half. And then I'm like, oh my God, I've got 5 more minutes. So I was really trying to hurry. So instead of sweet orange, you can use mandarin, you can use tangerine, and those are going to be interchangeable and still have the same effect. Instead of using cedarwood Atlas, you could use cedarwood Texan or cedarwood Virginian, and they can be swapped in any recipe with similar results. And then in this PDF, I do have a list of a couple dozen essential oils that you can also use that I didn't just list in the recipe. So let me repeat that recipe once again, just the essential oils. So personal inhaler, 7 drops of fir needle, 5 drops of sweet orange, and 3 drops of cedarwood. So that is what you are going to use for your personal inhaler that's going to be safe for kids. So if anyone has any questions, now is a great time to ask your questions for using essential oils for children that are helping with respiratory issues. And if you're ready, you can go ahead over to leahjacobson.com/childcongest, and you can download that free guide right now just by entering your email, so I know where to send it to you. And I'm just going to make sure that I have the link in here for you guys. So let me make sure to see if that cut and paste in my other screen over here as you guys are typing your questions. Perfect. So that is a link for that. Let me see if there's any questions here. Yay, Lauren, you did find me. Yes, Rosalina is also acceptable. Tracy. Vincel, Leah, can you please post a link to the download? Yes, I literally just did it. It should finally show up now. Excellent, excellent. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Rihanna and Alyssa and Dawn and Lynn and Bridget and Cheryl and everyone else on here right now. For some reason, I am actually seeing comments, more comments over here than over here. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I know what's going on. I have the screen up here that's in the group for the watch party, and on my screen is where I'm actually live on our public page, and that is why I'm getting different questions. So, Megan, I love getting my inhalers from River Tree Life on Amazon, and you can find them at thingsleahloves.com. You can find them listed there. You can also find them on their website, River Tree Life. Perfect. Oh, great. So I have a bunch of other questions over here because you guys in the group are a little bit more active. So let me answer those questions too. So thank you, Roxanne, for adding that link over here. I've got 2 different screens going on here. Dawn said she got her inhalers from Amazon. Alyssa's asking how often to use the inhaler if congested. So that is an amazing, awesome question. I'm so glad you brought that up. So the right answer is always as needed. Now, for some people, they could take 1 inhalation or 1 round, like you can have 1 to 3 inhalations. So deep breath in and out, deep breath in and out. You can do 1 to 3 depending on the age, depending on the severity of the congestion. As far as how often, it's going to depend on the person and the situation. So if you need it every 15 minutes, then it's not working. You definitely need something else. You really shouldn't need to inhale more than once an hour. And most often you can get away with doing it every 3 or 4 hours. But it really depends on the severity of the congestion. So if you start needing it again, then go ahead and use it again. The adverse reactions that are potential if you're overdoing it for inhalation, and this goes for any inhalation, whether it's a diffuser or a personal inhaler, and this is even for essential oils that are safe for everybody in all ages. The adverse reactions that you want to look for overdoing it is going to be headache, if you're feeling nauseous, if you're just not feeling well, that's going to be a sign that potentially you are overdoing it. So just keep an eye out for that. Hey, Rosa! Fawn is saying, totally needed this today. Haven't been able to get my littles well for over 2 months doing this today. Awesome. I hope it works well for you. This recipe I've had out there for years. I put this out there and people have been using it with great success for years. You guys are loving it. Bethany is saying her favorite is Breathe Again. It knocks out a cough and sealed bark. Let me go ahead. I wonder what company that's from. I'm going to go ahead and look that up because some of them actually contain essential oils that aren't safe for kids. So let me just see. Let me see if it comes up just by saying Breathe Again Essential Oil Blend. It's one I haven't actually heard of. Oh, okay. This is a Young Living one. I don't think I've heard of this particular one. I think this must be a new one. So let me see the ingredients of this one. So this is a roller. Okay, first of all, as a roller, it's not going to be as effective as inhaling it. And yes, you can roll things on your skin, you can breathe it in, but it's not going to be as intense and effective as using a personal inhaler or even a diffuser. So it is pre-diluted, it has fractionated coconut oil. See, it has eucalyptus and it has bay laurel, which has safety issues. Peppermint, myrtle. Yeah, this is not one that I would recommend using, especially with children. I don't think I have this in my blend safety files. The Breathe Again is not familiar to me, but I've added so many, I'm not even sure. But I'm going to go ahead over in our safety files for blends, and I'm going to see if I happen to have that one. I don't think I do because this is a roller, and I typically review and assess I don't have that. I typically review and assess the essential oil blends themselves and not pre-diluted rollers unless it's a request from a member. So that is one that I don't recommend. And I in some of those single essential oils, honestly, I wouldn't even recommend for an adult to use. So please use caution with that. I definitely do not recommend that. Stephanie is asking if anybody needs to switch the wick out each time. So no, you can actually reuse these wicks until they pretty much fall apart. So you can keep adding the essential oils. You want to freshen these up every couple of months. It's going to depend on how often you are using your personal inhaler. So if you are using it a couple times a day daily for, a couple of weeks, then you are probably going to need to freshen it every month. If you pull this out a couple times a month, it's going to last a few months. So it really depends on how often that you are using it. And that's because the essential oils evaporate. So it's all sealed in this personal inhaler, right? But every time you open it, and that's why you can smell it, because the essential oils are evaporating because they're volatile, you are inhaling those essential oils. So the different top notes, middle notes, base notes, the constituents, they are going to need refreshing after, again, it depends on how long you've had the blend. So Tammy is saying, let me read her full comment. I just have to say, I've been so grateful to find your resources. Reps are shameless about the safety recommendations so they can make a sale. I wouldn't quite put it that way, but sometimes that is true, I would say. Sometimes that is true. I have really come to trust your safety parameters and appreciate it so much. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much for leaving your nice comment. That's so sweet. Are essential oils safe to use in combination with homeopathy? Yes, they are. Peppermint sometimes can conflict though, but that's the only one that I'm aware of. Liz is saying, perfect. My daughter started sniffling again last night. Vanessa's asking where I get my inhalers. So thingsleahloves.com has a list of my inhalers and other things that I love from Amazon. Yvonne is asking how safe is Breathe by Rocky Mountain Essential Oils. I may have actually assessed that one. Yes. So this is exclusive information, by the way. Typically, this is only, I'm going to answer you because it's live and that's fine. But this is behind our paid membership. So if you go to ueoslibrary.com, you can see an option for blend safety, and you have access to, right now I have 147 blends, and today I will be adding about a dozen more. But the safety for Rocky Mountain Oils Breathe Easy it's for ages 10 plus. It's because of eucalyptus, right? So we have eucalyptus, we have peppermint in here. So it's ages 10 plus, it's safe for pregnancy, it's safe for breastfeeding, but the peppermint that's in it may cause reduced milk supply in some women. Avoid using if you have G6PD deficiency, cardiac fibrillation, and you definitely do not want to ingest, especially if you are using diabetes medication, have cholestasis, have GERD, and there is an essential oil that is potentially carcinogenic that is in that blend. So that is the safety for that. Diana's asking how to clean the inhaler. So you don't need to really worry about cleaning it like you do a diffuser, but what you can do is you can grab the wick that's in here and you can replace it once it starts falling apart. But these last a very long time. You can keep adding essential oils to it and just keep reusing it. I suggest using the same essential oils. If you add energizing essential oils to a personal inhaler and then you're adding your sedative essential oils on top, your body's going to get a pretty conflicting signal. So I would be careful with that. Lauren saying, interesting. My asthmatic friend uses Breathe Again. I'll make her this one and see if she loves it more. She should, because asthmatics can have issues with eucalyptus, especially. So that is something that you want to also be aware of. There's other safety issues too. I could be here all day long assessing that. Hillary saying, how much is the info you were referencing? It's completely free. Just go to leahjacobson.com/childcongest and you can download the PDF guide for absolutely free. Jennifer is saying, hey Leah, greetings from Canada. Can you give me an idea for a blend I can apply for my son for congestion and cough and diffuse at night? He's 6.5. Yes. So go to leahjacobson.com/childcongest. You can download my free PDF and you can get my inhaler recipe and all of the essential oils that are going to be good for congestion. And if you guys are ever interested in beyond this recipes, I just opened earlier this week our recipes membership. And you guys are piling in there. So you can go to leahjacobson.com/recipes and learn more about that and see if that's something that you are interested in. But you'll have access to my expertly blended formulations for a variety of health issues. And every single week or two, but on a regular basis, I will be adding more and more recipes. And you guys can even request custom blends in there. And you'll have access to our Facebook group, which is private just for members only, where I will be going live also, and teaching you things just like this. I will be live in there teaching you about inhalers and diffusers and how to dilute. So you guys will be very well taken care of in there. Diana was saying, I was talking about the part you put. Okay, so as far as cleaning it, you shouldn't really need to if you are using the same essential oils in here, but you can just wipe with a just get a soapy face cloth, and you can just wipe it that way. You can use vinegar if you want to, but there's nothing special. There's nothing fancy that you need to clean these with. You can run them through your dishwasher if you want to. That's always an option too. Can we use this safely in diffusion with baby in the house? I do recommend that you avoid diffusing around children under the ages 6 months old. But these essential oils, the fir needle, the sweet orange, and the cedarwood atlas, are technically safe for all ages. So it's completely fine to add the same essential oils to a diffuser. Of course, you're going to use a total of about 5 drops instead of 15 for the personal inhaler, but you can use the same essential oils and you can diffuse them in your home too. But I highly suggest, if congestion is a serious thing, if you have congestion or cough, that you do use a personal inhaler, because it's going to bring that intensity up higher and it's going to really be much more effective for you than passive in the room diffusing. I am not in San Antonio. I am worldwide. Take my money. I'm not charging anything for this information, so Katie's asking about Jade Bloom Oil's good company. You know, it's really difficult to just say yay or nay on a company a lot of times without really looking at their information. I do have a guide. Roxanne, please help me out here because I'm kind of focused on this conversation. But if Roxanne's still on here, if you could add the link to, it's got to be / how to tell, right? About companies and how you can assess a company and if they're worth buying from, just by looking at their website and the information as well. So, you know, the best way that I like to assess a company is taking a look at their blends, taking a look at their essential oils, especially their blends, and really looking at and seeing the safety that they are offering. So, you know, it's opened up my eyes. I know it's opened up a lot of your eyes as well. Those of you that pay for access to the safety files for blends, to really go in here and go, oh my gosh, like, there's so many safety issues. I really prefer to make it myself. And that's where the recipe membership comes in, for those of you who want to make it yourself. Then you have full control. You have full control over the ingredients. You know it's safe. You know it's effective. You have full control. You don't have to stress and worry and wonder if the blends you're buying are going to be safe for your kid or safe for you, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, if you have a family member on medications. You can have that peace of mind. You are welcome. Thanks, Roxanne, for the link. Fauna's asking if all the diffusers pretty much the same. I'm looking at Amazon and they have way better prices than the $100 one I have from another oil company. In a nutshell, yes, they all work the same basic way. I'm just going to snag my diffuser that I showed you guys last night. I don't think this is still plugged in. Oh, it is. Perfect. So this is a new fancy one that I got simply because it's rose gold and it's gorgeous. There's no essential oils in here right now. I just put the water in to show you guys last night. Roxanne, you're so awesome. If you could add the link to this, that would be amazing. So this is a fun one that I got simply because it was beautiful. And they all work the same basic way. You add the water. Usually there's light options that go on and off. You can shut it completely off as well as far as the lights. So if you're sleeping and you don't want the bright lights, most of them run generally 1, 2, or 3 hours at a time. This one also has a half an hour option, which is amazing. Of course, my favorite one is going to be the jasmine because it runs for 10 minutes on and then it shuts off for 20 minutes, and that helps prevent olfactory fatigue. So basically your body's getting the therapeutic properties for a bit. It's getting that therapeutic benefit. Then the diffuser shuts off for a bit. So, you know, your nose is like, okay, that's not happening anymore. And then it kicks in again. And it's just a great pattern to have. So my favorite is the jasmine diffuser. It's around $50. Sometimes it's less than that if it goes on sale. But yes, most diffusers are pretty much the same. They both run, you know, usually a total of 8+ hours, which is too much. So if you don't want to run it that long, you can just add less water, and it's going to depend on the diffuser how long a tablespoon will last or a teaspoon will last. But you can just add less water and then it will shut off automatically. But they're all basically the same. They're just, you know, the fancy outside piece is pretty much the only thing different, but they're basically the same. You can get fir needle from anywhere. Most companies will have fir needle, so you can pretty much get it anywhere that you purchase essential oils from. You are welcome. So Hillary, you're asking how much is access? Access to which particular product? I referenced a few different ones. This information and this download is completely free. The recipe for congestion and the personal inhaler is completely free. You are welcome, Fauna. I know you guys are also over here in the group have some questions, so let me scroll and answer those as well. Joanna saying, hi, thank you very much for this information. My child is 2.5 and has some asthmatic episodes. Are these safe for children? Children that use ventilators too. Now, if your child has any medical issues, my thing is you want to run it by their doctor. Like, that covers my butt. You want to be very, very careful. But generally speaking, like about these 3 particular essential oils, fir needle, sweet orange, and cedarwood atlas, have no known safety issues. And no known, you know, these cause problems for asthmatics. That being said, any essential oil can trigger headaches, can trigger someone feeling nauseous. Any essential oil, if over diffused, can cause, you know, adverse reactions. If you are diffusing in a small closed room for 4 hours, like at that point, you're probably going to feel a little something. Any essential oil, when used topically, if not properly diluted, can cause rashes, can cause skin irritation. Like, there's always that, right? But those 3 essential oils that I gave you in the recipe are safe for all ages, safe for pregnancy, safe for breastfeeding. Let's see. Jennifer's like, I agree. Yeah, so Breathe is another one. A couple of you have mentioned Breathe from doTERRA. That is another one that does have eucalyptus and other essential oils that are not going to be safe for the under age 10 crowd. Hey from Norway. Christina saying, without your safety group, I could have killed my dogs and 3-year-old child diffusing. Thank you for sharing all your safety knowledge. You are welcome. You are absolutely welcome. And Roxanne just shared a link to asthma for you, so you can learn more about that too. Thanks, Roxanne. Oh, so Hillary's asking, to the paid membership with more recipe blends. So it's just $20 a month. You get access to all of my formulas for just $20 a month. Plus, you get substitutions, you get custom blends if you need them. You get access to the Facebook group where I go live and do teachings. I'm going to be doing mini trainings. Right now, the Oily Amulet has a special code for all members, 20% off for the entire month of October, no minimum purchase. So I'm going to be talking to different companies about discounts and perks. I have 2 other companies as well that have agreed to a perk for you guys too. So it's amazing. And that $20 a month, that's going up. That is just a basic starting point at this point. And if you lock it in now, it will never go up for you. It will only go up for people that opt in later. So right now you have a base collection of recipes that will keep you busy for a little bit, and I will be adding to that on a regular basis. So those of you who were students of my blending class, if you are interested, I have a special offer for you. But everybody else, you know, you want to get in on this now, because that is going to be my main focus, and where I'm going to just dump everything for you guys. You know, my basics class, I'm going to be teaching bits and pieces of that over the next months and months, so that you guys can learn more and more about essential oils. So it's way more than recipes. And if you don't lock in the $20 a month price now, you will be kicking yourself, because it's just going to get better and better and better. And I'm super, super excited. Hey, from Finland. See, I told you I'm worldwide. Someone's like, are you from San Antonio? Like, nope, I am worldwide, baby. I am worldwide. I currently reside in Minnesota. I grew up in New England, Maine, New Hampshire. But you know, I can talk to any of y'all, and I can even pretend to be Southern, but that fails. That definitely fails. Okay. Joanna's saying, thank you. I've been using a diffuser with eucalyptus with her without knowing it was not safe. Here's the thing. When you know better, you do better. So diffusing, fortunately, is generally going to be a pretty passive way to use essential oils. It's not as intense as other methods. So, you know, if you're thinking, well, you know, I've been diffusing eucalyptus and my children are fine and they don't have any breathing issues. It could be if you are making, say, a chest rub with those same essential oils, that could be too intense for them. So you want to definitely be careful. So I'm so glad, Joanna, that you caught this live so that you can learn how to use essential oil safely and find alternatives to what you've already been doing that are going to be safe and still effective. So for those of you jumping in now, again, the link is leahjacobson.com/childcongest. You can download the free PDF guide that I went over earlier in this live that has, you know, reasons why eucalyptus, rosemary, and peppermint may not be the safest for your children, a list of alternatives, including botanical names, and then my recipe for using those essential oils in a personal diffuser too, along with, of course, all of the safety. So you can download that guide for free. So let me jump in over here and see what these comments are. Tressa's from Ohio. Hello, Tressa from Ohio. Hello from Canada. So Rosa, yes, the monthly fee will go up for new subscribers, but if you lock in the $20 monthly fee now, it will never go up. You will see it being offered for more later on. You will still always pay $20. So you lock it in now, it will never go up for you. Yes, girl, Emily. Link for monthly registration is going to be leahjacobson.com/recipes. This isn't scrolling very good. I'm trying to add the link and it's not wanting to do it. I'm doing this blind. Okay, here we go. Recipes, and that will give you more information. I actually haven't even added the information on that page as far as our Facebook group, the mini trainings and everything that I'll be doing. I haven't even added that to the page yet. That is just something that I'm going to also be doing. So Becky's saying they aren't the same. Look for the one that has a timer or will run intermittently. Let me find the one she recommends. Yes. So the jasmine is the one I recommend because the timer is just fantastic. Absolutely love it. So yeah, just take a look when you're looking at diffusers. They're all basically the same concept, the same idea, but you want to look at the details to see how long that they're running for. I've had questions from some of you saying, okay, I'm due at 15 or 3 minutes on and 3 minutes off. Is that okay? And you have to realize that 3 minutes off is not enough of a break. The 3 minutes on is fine, but the 3 minutes off is just not enough of a break for your body. 15 seconds on and off, let's get real. That's pretty much diffusing the entire time. That's pretty much, I mean, that window is so close, you are not giving your body much of a break. So definitely make sure that you are checking the diffusing times on your diffuser. But, you know, you can always plug it into a timer. You can add less water. There are ways around using the diffusers that you already have, that you've already invested in, without having to throw them all away and get something different. But if you don't have a diffuser yet, I do recommend the jasmine. That would be my #1 recommendation. You are welcome, Rosa. Yes, the Stadler Form jasmine is the diffuser that I do prefer. The safe diffuser time, Emily, is going to be 10 minutes on and 20 minutes off. That is ideal. That gives your body enough time to start kicking in those therapeutic properties that you are inhaling and get that therapeutic benefit. And the 20 minutes off gives your body a little bit of a break. And then when it kicks back on again, it's going to recognize that aroma and is going to start that therapeutic process all over again. So it's kind of like eating a meal, letting yourself kind of get hungry, eating another meal. It's something like that instead of eating all day long every 5 minutes, right? So it's just like eating, just like drinking. Too much all at once or at the same time is not a good thing. You want to spread it out and make sure that you are not overdoing it for your body. It's okay, Emily. know better, do better. You can start doing it right. Now that you know, it's okay. It's okay. Nobody has died yet. You're okay. It's nice to know ideal ways to do things so that you can actually have a more effective experience. Okay. Hey, from Norway, Nina. Hello. So Eric is saying, my 2.5-year-old has a cough for about 2 weeks now. I just made her a chest rub blend of lavender and tea tree. I'm hesitant to diffuse with a 7-month-old in the house. Is this a good chest rub for her, or is there something better? That can work. That can work, especially for cough. You are killing germs. You are using something that's calming that can help for the cough. So that's not bad. What kind of dilution are you using? I'm hoping that you are actually diluting it, right? You said chest rub. I'm assuming you're diluting it. Diffusing it around a 7-month-old is not terrible. If your 7-month-old is not suffering from cough or congestion, then it's just going to be unnecessary. But the age over 6 months is appropriate when needed to diffuse around children, so that would be fine. Tammy has a comment. We used one of your blends for my husband's rheumatoid arthritis, and it's helped a lot. I want to use it more regularly, but it's expensive. What is your opinion on the Revive brand? So as far as the recipe, so one of my blends. So do you mean one of the recipes that I shared? Because I actually don't have blends. I don't sell essential oils or blends. Do you mean the recipe, like my No Flames recipe? Yeah, let me know more information about that. As far as the Revive brand, I have assessed some of their blends in our Blends Essential Oil Safety Files database. And they are pretty similar to most other blends out there where they do have safety issues. I've yet to actually find a company. Actually, I literally just clicked on the first one, which is Bugs Away, which contains toxic essential oils, psychotropic, expected to be neurotoxic. Yeah, that is not a blend that I would recommend for anybody to ever use. But anyways, they're pretty much on par with other brands out there that they're going to have blends that are not safe and blends that are safe. That's just the way it is. They're going to have a mixture. And most companies that make their own blends, I don't think they have anybody that's, that's qualified to make blends, it seems. A lot of them are not safe for most children. Some of them aren't safe for anybody. So that's where my recipe membership comes in. You guys can learn to make your own blends that are actually going to be safe. So, as far as that brand, I mean, again, it's just like any other company. There's good and bad with every company. Every company sells essential oils that are not going to be safe for somebody. And that's just the way it is. So you just have to have that knowledge to know which ones to pick, which ones to make yourself. And there we go. Okay, so it was a recipe. So there was a recipe. Is that the one with a spikenard in it? Let me know which one you were using, because I can help you out there make it, still make it effective without making it as expensive if possible. So let me know. Have I ever reviewed Poofy Organics blends? I believe I do have a few. Yes, I do. So I have 3 in there. These were submitted by members. So when you become a member of the Blends Essential Oil Safety Files, there's an area in there where you can submit your suggestions of blends that you want me to review. And within the week, generally, I will actually do that. So there's 3 that I have assessed: the Breathe Easy Support, Immune System Boost and Support, and Sleepy Time. I have assessed those, and those are in there right now. Okay. Fawn is asking what was the link for the diffuser. Can't seem to find it. Well, the one to the jasmine is just going to be using eossafely.com/jasmine. The one to the pretty rose gold one that I showed is some Amazon link that I don't have a pretty link for that one yet. Oh, you just saw it. Never mind. Okay, sorry. Diana, how can you become a member? Of the recipes, it's leahjacobson.com/recipes. The EO Blend Safety Files. Actually, everything's in our library. You can just go to ueoslibrary.com, and then you have a list of options, and you can select from there what you are interested in. So it's all in our library. Okay, Tammy. It's frankincense, copaiba, and eucalyptus. Something else, would have to double check. Okay, so frankincense can be very expensive, especially if you are buying it from an MLM brand. Just by nature, they are marked up at least 40% up from everyone else, just to cover uplines and downlines and free trips and all of that stuff. So that is just the nature of direct sales companies. But frankincense is expensive anyways too. So I would go ahead, you know what, go ahead, Tammy, and send me an email. Just email me at usingeossafely@gmail.com. Find the recipe that you were using and include it in a link in that email, and we can go back and forth and come up with something that's going to be more affordable and better for you, so you don't have to buy a pre-made blend. Yeah, it is a huge markup, and some of them are even more. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous how much of a markup there is on essential oils. When you go, I actually was privy to some knowledge on the actual costs of essential oils, and I was shocked to find out that even the brands out there that are the most affordable are like 10 times the price of the actual essential oil itself. In most cases, the labeling, sorry, my mouth is getting really dry, and I'm like, I feel like I am like lisping, and I'm drinking this because this is what I grabbed from my diffuser last night, and this is the water I have, so guess what? I'm drinking it. Hang on. Okay. That is much better. Thank you. That's what happens when you blab for almost an hour. So the markup on essential oils is ridiculous. Even the more affordable brands are marked up at like 10 times the actual cost of essential oil. And it's the bottles, it's the labels that cost more than the essential oil in most cases. It's pretty ridiculous. So the brands that sell them for even a lot more than the less expensive brands, I mean, we're talking like 100 times markup. It's absolutely crazy, 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 crazy. You are welcome, Tammy. Monique has a question. I know they're great for humans, but learned it can be harmful for my dog. How to proceed? So some essential oils are actually totally safe to use around your dog, and you can find more information at usingeossafely.com/safe dogs, and that will list for you the essential oils that are safe to use around dogs. Meaning, I'm not necessarily saying that you can slather them all over your pets, but if you are diffusing essential oils, you can have peace of mind that they're going to be okay if they happen to be in the room. Okay, Emily is saying, I just stopped my Young Living monthly order because of the pricing and lack of knowledge from the consultants that I was working with. That is a pretty common comment around here. I do hear that a lot. It's always nice to be involved with a company that actually has a mind for safety. It does help a lot. Hey Barbara. So the safest essential oils, that's really hard. There are a lot of essential oils that are safe. Lemon essential oil is safe for children. You know, it's safe if you're pregnant, it's safe if you're breastfeeding. It's great to use for cleaning. Same with tea tree. I mean, I don't even know where to start. You know, fir needles is an excellent alternative to eucalyptus, rosemary, and peppermint for congestion issues. There are so many essential oils that are actually safe that you can use for really any issue. I guess I would need something specific. Are you looking for something specific? Some specific health issue that I can help you with? But I mean, if you mean specific essential oils, a lot of them don't have safety issues. There are a lot that do, but there are a lot that don't as well. As far as the Now brand, I do prefer the organic to the regular one. When we did our third-party testing several years ago, at the time, and I don't know if this is the case still, but at the time, Now did not believe that essential oils had a shelf life. So my concern with purchasing them is that they could potentially be oxidized. If a company's not aware that essential oils can expire, then they could have them, you know, lengths of time, and we're getting oxidized essential oils. We go to apply them to our skin and we get irritation or redness. That was their view several years ago. I don't know if that view has changed. Also in our third-party testing, the regular now, the non-organic, the regular now didn't test as well as the organic now. So you can totally use them, especially for cleaning issues. If you are going to apply it to your skin or, you know, really use it therapeutically and inhale a bunch and stuff, I would definitely go for the organic version. Jennifer said she dropped her MLM also after researching. And, you know, there are plenty of companies out there that are not MLM that are also not safe. You know, you just really have to do your research. Is lemongrass safe for kids under 6? It is safe for any age technically to inhale. It's not safe for you to apply on their skin if they're under age 2. Lemongrass has such a low topical max that you want to make sure that you are diluting it well too. Christine, dumb question. There are no dumb questions. That's how you learn. I hear that oil and water does not mix. Why does that work in diffusers? Well, here's the thing. The diffusers, let me see if I can actually show this to you. Most of them actually work by vibration. So they are vibrating back and forth so quickly. Let me see if I can actually turn this on and show you. That it disturbs the surface. So where the essential oils are actually floating on the top, it disturbs the surface of that and it kind of breaks it up. So what you're getting is not straight essential oil. You are getting a lot of water in here. The other thing is it's okay to do this and add essential oils to water when diffusing, because the air is pretty much your filter. You don't have to worry about getting straight essential oils when you're breathing it when you are diffusing, because not only is it mixed with the water, but you're also breathing it in the air, and that is a more natural way to use the essential oils. So you can see the top of the surface here, and I'm holding it still, is being moved, and that is how this is working. It's disturbing the surface. You're getting mostly water, but you're also getting some essential oil as well. Now, let's see. When you are applying it to your skin, you definitely want to make sure that you do dilute it in a carrier oil, because that's what essential oils do mix with, and then you don't have to worry with it getting straight on your skin without being diluted first. If you're adding it to your water, which I know a lot of people add lemon essential oil to their water and drink it, that is not something I recommend, because those essential oils are floating on the surface, and that is something that's going to hit your insides at full concentration. And not only is it a burden on your liver, but it also can irritate your insides as well and cause irritation on the inside and mess up your stomach and stuff. So it's fine if you are using it in a diffuser. For the reasons I explained, it's fine if you're using it in cleaning solutions. Just shake it up before using it. Otherwise, the essential oils will float on the surface, will not get into your straw as you're spraying it. And if you're using it on a linen spray, same thing. Just shake it up before you use it. The essential oils will break down into small pieces, and then you can spritz it out, and it's going on your linens. It's not going on your skin, so it's totally fine. And sorry, my nails are completely disgusting right now. I can see them in the video when it's like, ew, gross. I'm actually getting them done in a couple hours. So sorry, my nails are not usually so embarrassing. Maria's saying, my almost 6-year-old is currently sick with a fever and headache. She's starting to say her throat hurts. I'm using Healthy Hero Roll-On from Eden's Garden. What else can I do with essential oils to get rid of the virus, possibly strep? You can use sandalwood directly on the outside of the throat. I do have a recipe in our recipes membership, but just quickly right now, you can use diluted sandalwood on the outside of the throat, and that can provide some pain relief. I am not really familiar with, I know people are like, I use this blend from this company. It's like, most of them, I don't even know. Like, I may or may not have heard of it, but I certainly don't have the ingredients memorized. So let's take a look and see what's in Healthy Hero by Eden's Garden. Okay, here it is. It's a blend of lemon, lavender, rosalina, sweet marjoram, and spruce. So that is safe for kids. Applying it topically, we have lemon that is phototoxic. Let me see. So that would be fine. wouldn't necessarily be my first pick for like congestion issues, but yeah, it's not unsafe for kids. Let's see. Yes, make sure they are out of sunlight. Can we touch base on using essential oils in the laundry? I've heard they can cause fires. Okay, for those of you who joined for congestion, we're clearly off topic and onto other things, and that's fine. But just so you know, in case you haven't been able to tell yet, I personally have not experienced my dryer bursting into flame from essential oils. What I do is I apply the essential oils to my wool dryer balls when my laundry is wet. So as the essential oils are evaporating off the wool dryer ball and sticking to the wet clothes, there's not an issue. You have wet clothes in there. If you were adding last minute when you have dry clothes and you were adding a bunch of essential oils at that point, it's possible. I mean, I've heard that theory as well, that your dryer can burst into flames. I don't know if that's true or not, but the way that I use essential oils in laundry, it's not going to happen. You can also use essential oils in your washing machine as you're washing your clothes too, if you want to. Super helpful. I always wondered about that. You are welcome, Christine. Yes, the diffuser is gorgeous. So I did get this from Amazon. We did link to it up earlier in this thread. I got it because it's rose gold. I mean, who doesn't love rose gold? I know I do. Isn't it a great mirror? You can see my screen and everything. It does change colors too, which is super fun. And you can also shut the lights off completely and the diffuser is still running. So that's super nice. I got it because it was pretty. Sometimes, you just have to get things because they're pretty too. Bernie, what brand of diffuser is that? I actually don't know the brand right off, but the link was shared up earlier in this live. And Roxanne, if you are still on here, if you could add that link again. Sometimes when things are live, all the comments don't show until after, and you have to go back through. What is a good affordable diffuser you recommend? Never ingested, but great info. Well, my favorite one is the Jasmine. It's not necessarily the least expensive one. It's generally around $50, and you can find that at using eossafely.com/jasmine. Sometimes they will have a specific color on sale. Let me actually see if they happen to have any of those colors on sale right now. Sometimes I'll just go look and I'll just check to see if there's a sale, and if there is, I'll pop in the group and I'll be like, hey, this color's on sale. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the colors on sale right now. I haven't actually seen them on sale for a while. Okay, the berry one is like $7 off right now. It's $52.73. Usually they're $59 something. The yellow one is not even available at this point, but the berry one is really pretty. Let me add a link to that. It just doesn't have much of a sale lately. They used to be on sale a lot, and it's really, really hard to find them on sale anymore. But that is my Amazon link to the berry one. The lime green is $59. The black, all the other ones are $59.99. So that is a link for that. My mouth is getting dry again. Let me catch up on the comments. Let's see. Emily has a pregnant friend who is using like 3 or 4 different oils in water to help with her GERD. No, my eyes. No, you can't tell me things like that. No. Guys, no. Oh, that's so frustrating. You should not be doing that. Here's the thing. Essential oils, when you ingest them, the chances of adverse reactions are so much higher. And when you're pregnant, super risky. Adding several different ones in your water, super risky. Doing this like on a daily basis is going to be way, way more risky than doing it once in a while. And GERD, I mean, that can irritate. That can actually cause GERD. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You are welcome, Maria. Jen, you can only treat the symptoms associated with the virus, so tea with honey for a sore throat, things like that, if you're considering. Well, actually, essential oils are antiviral too, some of them, especially tea tree. Tea tree is antiviral. So if you diffuse it in your home, it can kill a virus. If you are considering strep to be a possibility, the only way to get rid of that is by antibiotic. Yeah, strep is different than sore throat. I am definitely not saying use essential oils only. A regular sore throat can be helped by using sandalwood applied to the outside and diluted to the outside of the throat. Sometimes, you know, you just need the medicine. Yes, I agree. Yeah, thank you, Jen, for saying that. Continue with the roll-on, but please see the doctor if you are considering a bacterial infection. If strep is left untreated, it can lead to severe conditions. Absolutely. I think it was 3 years ago, I had an ear infection. As an adult. I had an ear infection. And I tried everything. I didn't put essential oils inside of my ear. I seriously considered it, but I didn't do it. I tried garlic mullein oil. I tried, you know, a heated sock with rice in it. You know, I tried, you know, all of these things. And, you know, it was 3 or 4 days. I was literally in bed. I was in pain. I was crying before I finally went, okay, you know what? I need antibiotics. And I'm lucky that I didn't have any hearing damage from waiting that long. I was just being stubborn. I'm like, heck no. But, you know, my good friend Deshay, she's like, Leah, it's okay. Sometimes you just have to do it. Like, I'm concerned, okay, my gut health is going to be trash, like all of these things from antibiotics. But, you know, that's the first time I've had them as an adult. So the chances of all of those horrible things happening when you take antibiotics, that's typically when you're taking them a lot, often when you're taking them as a kid. And I had to take them one time, and it was literally the only thing that worked. And sometimes that's what you have to do. I know everybody doesn't like to hear it sometimes, especially me. Like I said, I was stubborn. We want the natural way. But sometimes the natural way just does not work out. And you can't feel guilty about that. You know, you have to do what you have to do. You are welcome, Christine. Let's see. Oh, from Mexico. Wow, we got people all over the world. That's so exciting. Camilla, I see you frustrated with essential oil ingestion. I am very glad. I think those who sell Young Living telling people to ingest oils is so dangerous. Again, I do want to say, it's not just Young Living. It's not just MLM brands. You will find this from other companies too that aren't multi-level marketing and quite ridiculous. So thank you for giving the right info. You've won me. I'm so glad, Camilla. That is great. Thank you so much for leaving that comment. Yeah, it is frustrating because you see it everywhere. And that's why, you know, that's why I love doing what I do. Get that safety information out there to combat all of the other information out there that's everywhere that's unsafe. Whether it's Pinterest or Instagram, wherever that you go, even YouTube, there's so much unsafe information out there, and we need to share and promote and just get all of the safe information out there to at least give people an opportunity and a chance to see it just as often, or at least once in a while, compared to all of the unsafe information out there. Some people, they just don't hear about it. And, you know, you can't know better. You can't do better unless you know better, right? Ear infections are so brutal. We forget as adults until we get one, but they hurt so much. It was terrible. It really was horrible. It was really, really bad. Camilla, totally agree with the antibiotics for acute situations. They are needed. They just are. Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we need surgery. Sometimes we need medicine. It's just the way it is. Fauna Plant Therapy also has an awesome diffuser with intermittent settings. That's the one I have, but it looks like the price has dropped on Amazon. Good to know. Wow, no ingestion news to me. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna add a link to my podcast using eossafely.com/004. This is the one specifically for ingestion, and this actually talks about using essential oils for ingestion, to ingest or not to ingest. There are 2 specific essential oils that I do recommend that can be useful for ingesting for 2 specific reasons. But just adding random or even specific essential oils to your water is not recommended. That is not how we are supposed to use essential oils. So please go ahead and listen to that podcast. On that specific link, my podcasts are in iTunes and other places as well. But on that specific link, I do also have a downloadable transcript. So you can download the transcript and read the information if that's more convenient for you. So I don't want to say no, but I will say 99% of the time, 99% of us will never need to ingest essential oils. It should not be done flippantly and for no reason. Toothpaste recipe is different though. You can add essential oils to toothpaste and mouthwash recipes. You are squishing inside of the mouth and spitting out, and that can be fine. You just want to make sure that the safety of the essential oils you are using, if you are, letting your kids have toothpaste and stuff, you want to make sure that they're old enough that they're not swallowing it, of course. But you do want to make sure that the safety information for the essential oils, that you review those, because some essential oils are not safe during pregnancy. There can be essential oils that you may want to avoid for various reasons. You may want to avoid peppermint for kids under the age of 6 if you choose to make a toothpaste recipe for your 5-year-old or your 4-year-old. But yes, you can use essential oils in recipes for mouth care, because unless you're 2 or 3 or whatever age you may swallow it, you generally aren't going to be swallowing it. So, okay, Joanna, I'm seeing your question over here. How many drops of tea tree in a diffuser? Have always read it's quite strong and to use with caution. It has a very distinct medicinal aroma. Some people aren't in love with the smell. I need to drink water again. Sorry, my mouth is really dry. I actually have my heat on because it's like 50 degrees, 55 degrees outside. I don't normally drink out of a measuring cup, but I was filling up my diffuser last night to show you guys, and that's what's in here right now. I like combining lemon with tea tree essential oil because it smells a lot better. As far as how many drops in a diffuser, that's going to depend on your diffuser. Typically, I like to add at least 5 drops to like the diffuser I was just showing you, between 5 and 10 drops, depending on the size of your room, if your door is open or closed, if you're in a large main area of your house and your kids are in and out, you are in and out. 10 drops may be the best thing, especially if you're trying to kill germs and somebody has a cold. If you have a smaller room, like my office is like, 11 by 11 or so, and my door is currently closed. So if I were diffusing with essential oils, I would definitely want to make sure that I was diffusing intermittently and that I was, not overdoing it, because that can not be a good thing in a closed space. And I would definitely not use more than 5 drops in my diffuser. So, it depends on your diffuser. If you have a water-based diffuser that's outputting a lot of moisture into the air and water, 5 to 10, depending on the kind of your room, the size of your room, and the type of your room. If you're using one of those little pad diffusers that have a fan and the essential oils are being absorbed in a pad, you can use, 3 or 4 drops, and you kind of want it in arm's length. It really depends. There's so many types of diffusers and inhalation methods out there, but stick to around 5 drops probably. But tea tree essential oil is safe for all ages. Like, it's totally fine to use around any kids and any, pregnancy, breastfeeding, any of that. Krista is saying, I would love to chat with you further. Go ahead and send me an email using eossafely.com, at gmail.com. But these are the kind of conversations that we are going to be having in our recipes Facebook group. I will be going live there. I will be teaching you guys just mini trainings on different things like diffusing. I mean, how many things did you just learn from this conversation? Especially those of you who have been here, the majority of the time. There's a lot of things to learn. So it's going to be more than just recipes. It's going to be mini trainings and ways that you can learn how to use essential oil safely too. Does cedarwood smell like cat pee to anyone else? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So check to see. There's several different kinds of cedarwood. And different companies are going to have different distillations of that as well. It can vary. You may find that aromas of really anything, the same essential oil, can smell differently from company to company, and even within the same company from batch to batch. It's not unusual to have different tweaks on the aroma depending on the distillation process. Can you add the link for all your oil recipes? You can find that over here. Recipes. And let's see, these are the conversations we need everywhere about essential oils. Exactly. So share this. Share this with on your timeline, share it with anybody that you think might be interested in learning more. I am live on our public page, so you don't have to be in our private or closed Facebook group in order to learn this information. Any oils for arthritis? I do have in our recipe membership, I do have amazing recipes, including a couple for arthritis. Let me just check really quickly here and pull that up so I can make sure. There are some recipes that are in there now, and then I have more recipes that are coming forthwith. So arthritis is one. So I have, let's see, ding, 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 ding. I have a massage blend for arthritis. That is my main blend. I have a cooling blend and a warming blend, and that's with one recipe. Then I have, that is with a massage blend. So I have 3 different arthritis recipes. And then I have 3 different arthritis recipes for a roller bottle. One that is specifically warming, one that is specifically cooling, and then a neutral one. And that is found in our recipes membership at leahjacobson.com/recipes. I just added the link a moment ago to whoever's in the watch party right now. So, high blood pressure blend. Essential oils that can be calming. It will help to reduce that high blood pressure. Maybe that's orange to you, maybe that's geranium, maybe that's lavender. Any of those essential oils that when you smell them, you kind of just go, and that can make you feel really good. Essential oils are not like medicines where they're not going to force your body to drop a certain number of points. But what they can do is they can help encourage your body to go back to its natural state of homeostasis and be healthy. So that's what I would recommend for that. Okay, so I think I've caught up with all of the comments. I know I've been live for quite a while now. I don't know how long I've been live. But again, so we started going live talking about child-safe alternatives to eucalyptus, rosemary, and peppermint that are going to be good for congestion. And one more time, the link to that is going to be leahjacobson.com/childcongest, and you can download that guide right over there. And I think I can actually add that link over here as well. Gotta love handoff, airdrop stuff. Love it, so much fun. Vanessa, I do have PMS blends. Let me just make sure, and I can tell you exactly what's in there. I do have an inhaler recipe, a diffuser recipe, aroma jewelry, which would actually be something like this, which you can add essential oils right to the felt pendant in here, and you can just leave it on, and as you move around and stuff, your body, you can smell it. Or you can actually lift it up specifically and breathe deep and use it just like you would a personal inhaler. You only need 1 or 2 drops in one of these. And you can smell that, and that can be effective for you. And I also have a massage blend for PMS. That would be for cramping. But I do have 3 inhalation recipes for you over in the membership group for recipes. Okay, so I have caught up. So go ahead over there and grab that downloadable guide, and if you have any questions, go ahead and come back to this live, and you can post your questions under this. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Same goes for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and feel free again to share this with anyone that you think would be interested in this information so that they can learn about using essential oils safely too. So thank you so much for your patience being with me this entire time, and I will chat with you guys later. See ya!